goodness, yes,
4.3
I am ready.
degrees,
I'm glad
rising.
to hear your voice.
Donc là, elle est prête. On va dire I'm ready. Donc là, il y en a un qui pose une question.
Well, I think my biggest influence had to be my parents, who are just allowed me or, showed me the way to try anything and don't worry about failing, don't worry about having a little bit of trouble, but just try different things and be encouraged. I think those were my biggest advocates for when I was a kid and trying to do things that were a little bit different. So I would have to say my parents, and I would say to the girls there, that same advice, just try anything and see what you like. Don't be stuck in one thing or another. See what science, technology, engineering, math, arts, what you find that you like and pursue it. Over.
Et relâche. Ce qui est pas mal. L'enfant,
So
l'étudiant.
yes, we do have free time, and so a lot of the times we want to look at our beautiful planet. So we have an amazing window called the cupola, where we can look down. Like I was looking just earlier and saw this big hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean. Right now we're coming off the coast of Spain, so coming close to you. So those are some of the best things to do, and take pictures of our wonderful planet, as well as I write a journal. Over. That's a great question. We have 16 sunrises and sunsets in one 24-hour period. So how do we live like that? We use Greenwich Mean Time because that's in the middle of our mission control centers in the United States, in Russia, in Japan, and in Germany. So we try to keep a normal schedule for us as well as a normal schedule for our folks that support us. Over.
Du coup, elle a plein de questions chaque jour.
Oui. Maintenant, elle a toutes les questions là qui
Il y a
arrivent.
16 minutes sur
Well,
le...
actually, when I was a kid, I really wanted to be a veterinarian. I read James Harriet's book, and that was my primary thought of animals. I wanted to be a veterinarian, and I love science. I ended up going into the military, and that's how I became a pilot and a test pilot. But I might, after I get done with this astronaut thing, become a veterinarian. We'll see. Over. The best things I think we can take with us are pictures of our family and friends. I also have a stuffed animal from my elementary school, and some little pieces of jewelry that remind me of my parents. Over. Probably the hardest part is
The
leaving
International
family and
Space
friends for a
Station
period
is
of time, but being up
32.2
here on the
degrees.
space station, we actually have the opportunity to talk to them, which is great, so we could bring them along with us. But I also do really miss my dogs, because I can't talk to them while I'm up here. Over. Well, it really is no comparison because we don't have the opportunity to eat what we can eat on Earth. So what we have up here is pretty good. Actually, we had ice cream last night after dinner, and I had some chicken fajitas with the tortilla. So it's not bad. Over. What I miss about Earth is rain and wind. Like taking my dogs for a walk, that's what I usually get to experience, and we don't have any of that up here. Over. So this is my third time to the International Space Station. Been here about 3.5 months, and we'll stay until February. So it's like a school year to be up here. Over. I actually didn't really even believe it. I went through the motions for all the training, but really I didn't believe it until the rocket that I was on started leaving the planet, and I could feel all that vibrations, and we were going, and then it became a reality. Over. Wow, that's an amazing question because we can see so many stars. It's so amazing. We don't have the atmosphere that blurs our vision, those water droplets. And so we can actually see like billions and billions of stars in the Milky Way. And more recently, we're seeing this comet. And I think you on Earth can see it as well. Over. So I think the question was, is space hot or cold? It's both, actually. We don't have the atmosphere atmosphere to protect us and blanket us. So sometimes it's very hot and sometimes it's very cold. And our space station protects us from that. Over. Space, yes it does. When we open a hatch, after a portion of the space station's been exposed to the outside in space, it smells a little bit like burning metal. So I think that's ionization that we're smelling. So it does smell like something after a piece of equipment's been in space. Over. So sleeping is a little bit weird. You have to get used to it because you're floating, so you don't have a bed to lay down on. Sometimes I take my sweatshirt and wrap it around my neck so it feels like a pillow, and that helps me fall asleep. Over. My favorite planet probably is Earth because I can wear my bathing suit. On the other planets, I wouldn't get to do that, and I wouldn't get to jump in the ocean and swim. I think for beauty, though, I love Saturn. I always loved Saturn since I was a little kid. Over. Yes, I have done a spacewalk. On my last 2 missions, we got to construct the International Space Station and then fix something that broke outside. So spacewalks are amazing because you're in your own little spacecraft, but it's also a little scary. You want to make sure that you're always tethered to the space station itself. But it's really rewarding when you can fix something outside and then come back in. Over. And I'm not sure if you can still hear me. Thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to the Message Girls for inviting us to this event today. November Alpha 1 SS. Over.
C'est vrai, t'as vu le temps de trajet qu'elle a? Ça passe super vite. Et je crois qu'elle va revenir encore. Non? 5 minutes, c'est pareil. Elle a dit merci? Bon, bah c'est fini. Au revoir.